Hello everyone and welcome to our Tech Tuesday tutorials number 142. Today we review some advanced settings to help you manage your Google Drive. Google Drive is where many of us keep most, if not all, of our files, and it can very quickly become disorganized, like a multi-generational hoarder's house. So what can you do? Well, there's not one single thing. Like most maintenance programs, it involves many things. Let's get started. First, you'll need to understand and appreciate your GUI, or your general user interface, and know where things are located. Open the settings icon in the top right. You'll notice that you can download Drive for Desktop, which will allow you to stream access to your drive right from Windows Explorer, which can help a lot with moving files around, creating folders, and so on. We covered this in Tech Tuesday number 70, though that video is a little bit outdated. Next, we go to the settings option and turn on offline access. When you activate this on a PC, it can automatically start saving offline access to the files you use the most. You can preview what it would look like by flipping the switch. Next, let's look at the other icon at the top, which alternates between a grid list or a checklist. Clicking that will toggle between the views. List views gives you a lot more information at the cost of visual preview. In list view, you can even sort by various properties, like when it was last opened or modified by certain people. Over on the left, we have My Drive, Shared with Me, and perhaps even Shared Drives. Clicking on the down arrow next to any entry will expand the folder tree to reveal the structure and allow you to jump to folders much easier. However, you should note that you can drag and drop items to these folders in the tree, not just in the main window. This can make moving files from one area of your drive to another much easier. The Shared With Me section is something we covered in Tech Tuesday number 57, so we're not going to go into that much here except to say that it now makes good use of the shortcut option. Right-clicking on any file will show an option to create a shortcut to your drive. A shortcut allows you to index the file in multiple places by creating a shortcut that takes you to the original. For files shared with you, this is the only way to add them to your drive and organize them. Do this. If you want access to the files that are in Shared With Me, you need to right-click and add a shortcut to your drive and then file that wherever you want to file it. Next, we're going to remind you that in Tech Tuesday number 117, we discussed emojis, which can be used in file names, and that allows you to identify things at a glance. Note that in addition to emojis, you can use creative naming to ensure things are in the right order in the default view, the alphabetical. So try things like underscores and hashtags and things like that to make files and folders appear at the top. In addition to creative names, you can use colors on folders to help you identify them. You can also star files to access them quickly in the left-hand menu. Finally, you can add items to Workspaces, which we covered in Tech Tuesday 81. Now I'm going to link to all of these Tech Tuesday videos in the description, and you can also click on the little eye symbol in the corner of this video. Speaking of right-click, try it on folders and files and even open spaces to see what you can do to whatever you right-click on. The right-click menu is contextual. That means it applies to whatever you're right-clicking on. The preview option, for example, provides you with a preview of the file without opening the appropriate subprogram, like docs, slides, and sheets. It can be a fast way to just see kind of what's in that document without having to load the entire program. Okay, let's talk about version history. If you right-click on a standard non-Google file, like a zip file or a PDF or an Office file, you're going to see an option to see the version history. Drive keeps a copy of previous versions of a file up to 30 days or indefinitely if you choose to keep that version. Uploading a newer version of a file is likewise pretty easy from this menu. All right, let's take one other thing in the right-click menu, View Details. When you do this, you see a panel on the right showing you lots of details like who has access to it. You also see system properties like what kind of file it is, who owns it, when it was modified, opened, or even created. You can also see what permissions viewers have to download or print. If you click on the Activity tab, you see what activities have been performed on the file or the folder and by whom. You can then continue to click on other files and see their details in the panel without having to right-click on them. All right, so let's go back to the Details tab. Now look at the field called Description. You can add descriptive metadata to a file, which can greatly assist you in searching for it. So let's say you try a hashtag or a unique identifier to quickly turn up a file. Some suggestions might include the course code or a certain concept. For example, I added the hashtag iTech2130 in the description here of this file, And that's not mentioned anywhere in the file itself. So when I do a search, it turns up in the search regardless of the file name. So again, this is a great place to put in hashtags, keywords, or search terms that you want to be able to search by without altering the file name and without having to put it into the document itself. This is particularly helpful on files that you may not be able to edit directly in Drive, like a PDF or even a zip file. Speaking of search, I want to remind you to take advantage of the advanced search buttons on the right-hand side of the search bar. It lets you filter your search results by a lot of things, like type of file, owner, location, as well as when it was last modified or even shared with. So using these combinations of strategies will help you organize and find exactly what you're looking for, and quickly. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it useful. And if you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Heck, why not support us and click that subscribe button. Click on the bell icon to receive email notifications. Leave a comment or idea for a Tech Tuesday video below. Share this video with your friends. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.